What's up, bras? Big Flick here from Bean Power, the best clan in the world. And today I got a ton of great war attacks to show ya. BP's been bringing big heat. I'm at Town Hall 12 right now. Upgraded it to get this workshop. So I made this Space Invader base or whatever alien type of base is going on here, but I picked up a workshop so I can donate some siege machines to the homies. So Town Hall 12 is in full effect. I haven't upgraded my camps yet, but I'm going to do that down the road once I get some defenses upgraded and I catch up to Town Hall 12 where I want to be. So happy to be here, but this video is going to be showing you a ton of great war attacks over the last two wars actually. So we had a perfect war 2 wars ago, and this last war that we had was one off of perfect, so just what I like to see. And let's get into it and show you some BP heat. Alright, so going into classic here. Yeah, there's that 10 win streak right there, so big shout out to the clan. I know it takes a lot of effort to put in these win streaks, you know, 97, 100%, 100%, 98%, so lots of perfect wars, lots of big heat, and I really appreciate you guys stepping up and using a lot of effort. So we dropped a perfect war 60 stars on this Drunken Monkey 3 clan, and they brought a little bit of heat, but not a ton of heat. But first attack we're going to take a look at is Osteoporosis, our number 5, taking out their number 7. Osteo's been bringing heat. Now he chose to bring QC Hybrid, which is the Queen Charge Hybrid here. And he's coming on the left at the CC, and he's got baby drags down for funnel, so great choice for funnel there. And he's got a couple balloons in here looking for traps, but it can also take out that wizard tower on the left possibly, which, you know, any of those buildings over here that you can get rid of that are going to drag the Archer Queen that way. It's nice to create a funnel, and if it's, you know, 2 layers deep with the funnel, that's even better. That means your Archer Queen is going where you want. So balloons coming in there. So he's got a drag out of the CC, he's got the witches out of the CC, he's going to get the poison down there to make sure he takes care of that, and the freeze spell, and he's going to rage up his queen and take out that CC very quickly. Alright, so now that that's taken out, that Archer Queen didn't quite die with the zaps, but when you have miners in your hybrid attack, they can take out Archer Queen, whereas hogs couldn't. So the second portion of the attack, he's coming in on the left here with the wall wrecker. Barb King's on the outside for funnel, that's nice. Wall wrecker's coming in, and he's going to get some good chain value out of this E-Drag. He's going to take out that Archer Queen, he's going to take out some of these Teslas, things like that. Now he's got a bunch of miners and hogs coming in here with the Warden behind it, so just like what we like to see with the Queen Charge Hybrid. Heal spells where he needs them, giant bombs, expos, things like that. So he's got the ability where he's covering his main pack in the middle there, so that works well. Barb King is still funneling around the outside and steering everything towards the inside, which is great. He's got wizards down, archers down for cleanup. Definitely like to see the Queen Charge Hybrid, and very glad that Osteo's bringing some big heat. Alright, so we're going to watch him clean up and wreck this base real quick. And that is going to be hashtag 3mo Osteo. Yeah. Alright. Next attack we're going to take a look at is Morty, our number 4, taking out their number 5. And if you're familiar with Morty, you might know that he's bringing Morty's miners. So he's got a bunch of miners coming in here with this Queen Charge miner attack, and Morty's chilling in Brisbane right now, so he's down under working with these miners, and we're actually petitioning to get the miners changed, their name to Morty's Miners. So I sent an email to Supercell, and I haven't heard back from them yet, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna get back to me and let me know that everything's okay. They're gonna change the name to Morty's Miners instead of just Miners. They know that BP brings big heat, and they owe me a favor. So we're going to get that name changed. But more importantly here is he's coming in with the baby drag funnel. That works well. He's coming in with the baby drag funnel. That works well here. But when you attack at the point of the base, it's really hard to get your kill squad in there. What tends to happen is if you want to lock onto these buildings, because obviously your Archer Queen's going to take out this building right here. So that means you're locking onto this building right here. You have to have your funnel at least as wide as what you're going to lock onto. So his funnel has to be this wide if he's locking on here. So this is taken out here, nice funnel. This doesn't quite go down here, but a really wide funnel to enter the point of a base. But also you have to come in directly at this point here. That's what's going to get it inside. If you're a little bit off to the right or left, your Archer Queen is going to be walking that way. So if you have a very wide funnel, as deep, you can use this trick with the line like that. The funnel has to be as wide as that line is for the buildings that you're locking onto. And if you come in directly on this line, the point right there, you're going to be able to get your kill squad in the corner there, but not all the time, and it is pretty darn tough. So attacking from a side is usually better than attacking from a point, but he was able to get it to work here with some skill. So coming in at the corner here, he's got the wall wrecker down. Baby drakes are still working. Archer Queen's coming in at the perfect angle to get everything into his funnel there. Alright, so once he's got the first portion under check, he's going to send the miners in here. And you know, if you send the miners just a little bit earlier, you're going to be able to take advantage of those ice golem freeze. It does freeze up those Teslas and that Eagle artillery, so ice golems and the CC from the wall wrecker, definitely a good choice. Everything froze up. He's got the Grand Warden helping out those miners. They're going to blow through the core. Archer Queen has still got some healers left up in the core. He's going to use that ability right now. Help her catch up and keep up. It's going to help her blow through that town hall. That's really going to help. Now these miners are wrapping around the base, and this thing is turning into cleanup. He's destroying this base. He's got plenty of Morty's miners running around the base. Supercell, get back at me. I know you see my email. You owe me a favor. This is Big Flick from Bean Power, so get back at me. We'll get that name changed. And you know, with all these miners right here, these guys are digging around the base. This guy's basically Digger's Hotline. So if you call Digger's Hotline, I'm pretty sure Morty's gonna answer. Hello, this is Morty with Digger's Hotline. Oh, you need your base wrecked? Okay, I'll be right there. So call up Digger's Hotline. Morty's gonna pick up the phone. The time zone's a little bit different down in Brisbane. It's about 15 hours ahead of the time in Central USA right now. So if you call Digger's Hotline, make sure you don't do it in the middle of the night when Morty's sleeping. He's gonna be pretty ticked off. But yeah, he treats this base like a little baby Joey and puts it in his pouch and says, there, Daddy's here, bringing 3 more heat. Way to go, Morty. Alright, next tag we're going to look at is Assassin, our number 6, taking out their number 9. Assassin also brings big heat. I like his style, I like his attitude, and glad to have him in the clan and can tell he's experienced, so way to go, Assassin. Now he's also attacking at a point which is pretty tough, so if he wants to lock on to, say, these buildings in here, his funnel has to be this wide over here. And he does get that funnel down very wide with his witches, which is good. And he is able to get his heroes in there, so nice job there. Poison spell down for the drag, rage spell down for his entire kill squad. And sending witches at these single target infernos is a great idea. You're going to overwhelm those infernal towers. And he's got another rage spell blasting through the core, bowlers going ham. Now use the rage spells first, and then after you're in the second half of your portion, that's when you use the heal spell. So rage first, then heal once they've taken a little bit of damage. You don't want to heal immediately when they're full health, so keep an eye on their health and use the heal spell when it's necessary, not just dropping it real early or anything like that. So rage, then heal, and he's got the spells working real well through the center of the base, and he just blows through this base, and he's got a ton of witches and Larrys running around this base and just destroying this base. Now this guy Frizz over here at Drunken Monkey, he really didn't know his base got wrecked until the next morning, because Assassin, he works in the shadows, so you can't actually watch his replay live from the other clan. He sneaks up behind you and he's gonna take you out or slit your throat or whatever you gotta do and wreck your base. And yeah, he works in the shadows, so you can't watch his attack live. You're gonna have to wake up the next morning and see what happened. But definitely a sneaky attacker, and you gotta watch your six when this man's out here clashing. Chee, buddy. 3 more. Alright, next attack we're going to take a look at is Chief Tate, our number 1, taking out their number 1, so that's what we like to see. So he took out Beer Bottle, and he did it with a Go-Ho. So classic Go-Ho works really well, and we're going to watch him wreck this Town Hall 12. Now once he starts this attack, one thing I want you to notice is so check it out. These golems attract onto this cannon right there. Now that is about a 10 tile depth. If it was any deeper, like let's say this mortar was in here and this cannon wasn't there, these golems would go onto this archer tower. So anything further than about 10 tiles, even though that the cannon is not behind walls, the golems are going to go to the archer tower. But since it is about 10 tiles, they go to the cannon that's not behind walls. So, more than 10 tiles, it is not going to attract that. It will start beating on the wall. So something to pay attention there. And that also leads me into the story about these wall breakers. So let's say there's a wall out there that's just guarding the base, and it's not really a compartment or anything like that. People do that sometimes because you try to wall break in here and get your kill squad going, but the wall breakers go around like that and go to the actual compartments and things. Now if this is longer than 10 tiles as well, then the wall breakers will actually break into that wall that's just sitting out there like this. But if it's a real short wall like this, the wall breakers are going to go around. So if you're ever wondering, will wall breakers break a wall that really isn't a compartment, if it's long enough, they will attack that if it's longer than 10 tiles either direction. Same thing with these golems. If it's within 10 tiles, it's going to go for that versus beating on the wall here. So he gets his golems to go into that cannon, but something to think about that. And those little tips and tricks are things you're going to want to know if you're really going to bring big heat. So know what your wall breakers are going to do. Can I break through that line of walls that's just kind of guarding the base on the outside? Is my golem going to go inside and grab that defense even though it's not behind walls, or is it going to beat on the walls outside? So right around 10 tiles is going to be the maximum distance for that, but get familiarized with that and you're going to be able to learn the intricacies of each attack. So he's freezing up this Eagle Artillery with the icy golems in there. And one thing you want to take a look at is this is the furthest most defense this way next to the kill squad that's coming in. Now you're always going to want to flank the kill squad, which is great, but you don't want to leave defenses up around here. So he starts at the furthest defense and then comes this way, and he does a great job deploying those troops. So he takes that out first to corral all the defenses, then he comes in here and here. Now he's got a nice batch of hogs and they're all together, and using the Grand Warden ability early while you have all your troops underneath it, there's nothing wrong with that. And especially with the multi-target Inferno tower there is definitely really good. Now he brought 5 heal spells on this attack, so he's got a ton of barbecue sauce and he's just flying through this base. So when you got 5 heal spells, that's so much barbecue sauce that you're gonna actually need one of those mops to put it onto your brisket or your pork butt and stuff like that. You can't just use a little baster brush like that. You need one of those big old mops. So if you get your apple juice and your barbecue sauce and you get a big old mop and slosh it all around your barbecue pit, that's how you cover all that ground with those barbecue heal spells like that. So he brought the mop out and was sloshing barbecue sauce all up everywhere like that. That's the heal spells for the hogs. I know you got plenty of pork, but you need some barbecue sauce with the heal spells. Yeah, buddy. Bring in 3 more heat. Way to go, Chief Tate. And that is GG. Alright, next tag we're going to take a look at is Zone, bringing Big Heat, our number 7, versus their number 11. And this man right here has been bringing some go-ho heat, so I love pork, this man loves pork, and this guy's wrecking bases with pork, so that's definitely what we like to see. So let's watch how this man does this. So he's got his funnel started with a few wizards, and there's not really much out there, so he's going to be able to get his king and queen in there pretty simply. Now one thing I want to tell you is, if you look at this right here, this log isn't very wide, but it actually still hits this Inferno Tower right here. So the width that the log can hit is actually wider than the graphic that they use for it. It's not too much wider, but it is a little bit wider. So once you get familiar with how wide that log is, you're gonna realize that it doesn't I mean, if it gets close to a building, it does damage on it. So it's doing damage to that Inferno Tower on the right, and that's a little bit wider. It doesn't even look like it's hitting it, but it is. So pay attention to the damage width of your logs, and you're going to know what you're going to be able to take out with that in its path. So you notice it wasn't even close to the hitbox of the Inferno Tower, but it still took it out. So the width on that log is definitely wider than the graphic on screen, and that's pretty important. You want to take out many defenses with that log roller if you're going to get value out of it. And if you know that it's a little bit wider, you're going to be able to plan better. So he comes through here, flanking the kill squad. And Zone's really good, so kill squad's coming in here. It's taking all the fire. He's already got his hogs wrapping around the base, and they're not taking as much fire because the kill squad's taking a lot of fire in the center. So these are getting kind of a free pass. They're not getting as much fire on them. That's because he's flanking it at the same time that the kill squad is up. So you want to kind of mesh your portions of the attack together and send those hogs a little bit earlier. Once the Archer Queen and CC are killed, it's safe to send the hogs, and you want to do that while the kill squad is still up because they provide cover for the hogs. So very important part to any hog attack, and Zone definitely knows that, and he's bringing big heat like that. Now he's got so many porks here. Now if you take a look at that, that is the kind of the dark red hammer. That's the level 6 pork, and that dark red Red, that's like the spice rub for your brisket. So if you got the cayenne pepper and your paprika and you're rubbing down that spice rub, you can put some Lawry seasoned salt on there, or Red Robin. They sell a pre-made seasoning mix that's pretty good. I think it's got like garlic and tomato powder and some other spices in there and stuff like that. But he's got the Red Rub level 6 hammers on his pork riders like that. So yeah, level 6 pork, bringing big heat, flanking the kill squad like that. Just what we like to see. Hashtag Dreamo. Big Zoner, Mr. Puzzone. Alright, next tag we're going to take a look at is JR Town Hall 9. Number 12 taking out their number 13. Now I really like this attack too. He brought a Queen Charge Lalo on this one. And we're going to take a look how he does this. So I'm going to pause this. So check it out. Baby Dragon. That is an excellent funnel troop. He knows that. Coco Loon right here, that's going to sniff out any black bombs. He doesn't want that killing his healers. This Barb King right here, if it's an all-air attack like a Lalo, that's a great funnel troop. So he's got the Baby Dragon funnel, he's got the Barb King funnel. That's how you use those troops. That's how you create a nice wide funnel and get your Archer Queen up the gut where you want it. So he's going to get this thing working in there. He brought a decent amount of wall breakers, so he's going to bust open the first layer. That's great. It's going to get him in on some of these defenses. He's going to get into the next compartment. It's going to get him at more defenses. Now when he comes into the Expo and the Archer Queen and things like that, he's going to get his rage spell down to heal up his queen and that type of thing. Now he's going to send more wall breakers. That's going to get him into the next compartment. And the more compartments that you open, the more your queen's going to be able to walk around the base. And you're going to get a ton more value on your queen charge if you plan your wall breakers correctly. If you send your wall breakers through rage, they're going to get more effect. You're going to be able to open up more compartments. So he's sprinkling in those wall breakers, some of them through rage, and he's opened up 3 compartments here. So that's going to get him at the Archer Queen, but great job with the wall breakers there. And the next thing you're going to want to notice is he's got 2 poison spells in his camp. He got this poison spell down early on the Archer Queen, and if you take a look at the Archer Queen damage, it's going to do more damage than any defense in the base. So using a poison spell to severely slow down the damage of the highest DPS defense in the base is a great idea. I love using poison spells on an Archer Queen. It doesn't have to be just for the CC. So he triggered the Archer Queen first. He's taking that out right now. Now the CC sprung, so he's got a Drag, Wizard, looks like some other stuff, so he's got another poison spell down once the CC comes out. And he's going to take that out quickly, and I want you to know that poison spells do stack, so don't be afraid to bring a couple of them. They're great for the Archer Queen, and they do stack damage, so he's doing double damage with those spells, and that dragon got wiped out very quickly. Now the next thing we're going to take a look at is he's got these nice wide balloons coming in here, which is great. And he's going to come in here and, you know, target some more balloons and things. But once this area goes down, these balloons are coming in very wide. And since they're very wide, they're going to stay on that side. And that's how you get them into the core. And you got to take out that air defense and things like that. So wide balloons, I know you've heard me say that before, but that's how you get them into the core. So plenty of wide balloons are going to end up in the core once this starts to progress a little bit. He's got the minions down early, targeted balloons, coming in with the Hound, more minions like that. You can see the balloons that he first sent real wide. They are taking out that Tesla and that air defense. He's got a haste spell. Now haste spells are good when you're coming into the air defenses and the wizard towers. Those are the worst for Lalo, so use your haste spells around there, use your freeze spells on the wizard tower and the air defenses, and he does that throughout the raid. So coming in here with a bunch of balloons like that, this man's basically got a dang balloon parade going on here, and JR's like on the front float of the parade. So if you ever seen Ferris Bueller, you know that he takes over the parade and he gets on the float and he leads that dang parade down the street and he starts singing, well, shake it up, baby, now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout, twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Now, come on, baby. Work it on out, work it on out. Ooh, yeah, so that's JR in the front of the parade, balloon parade, bringing big heat. Yeah, shout out to the Beatles, twist and shout. Shout out to Ferris Bueller, hashtag save Ferris. So if you know about the Beatles and you know about Ferris Bueller and him going in the parade and twist and shout, you know what I'm talking about when you're bringing that big heat. Yeah, buddy. So now we're going to take a look at JR's Town Hall 8 account, BP Comet. So he's got Beam Power Comet here. He's liable to drop out of the sky and wreck your base, so be on the lookout for that. And I like this attack. He brought the Zap Drags on their number 17. So check this out. These are 3 tiles apart right there. These Zap spells, if placed correctly, they're going to hit both of these. Now that's getting you double value for your Zap spells. You really got to get tons of value for your Zap spells, otherwise it's not worth it. So I love that, and actually what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put up a graphic like I had in one of my other videos, but it's very important, so I'm going to put it up again for you guys to screenshot or do whatever you want to do with, but it's going to show you the radius of these Zap spells and exactly what buildings you can hit if they're, you know, adjacent to it, or, you know, 3 or 4 tiles away, and what you can and cannot hit. So that's a great graphic, but I'm also going to put up a graphic that shows the damage and what it takes to take out each defense at each town hall level and things like that. So take a look at the chart and you can see what it takes, how many earthquakes and zaps it takes to, you know, take out air defenses and inferno towers, which is also a very important chart. And it shows on the chart for max level zap and max defenses for each town hall level, which isn't necessarily what everybody's going to have. Some people don't have their zap maxed out for their town hall. Some people aren't facing a base that has max defenses. So all you got to do is some math and look at the damage that the zap does, and look at how much percent the earthquake does if you're going to use an earthquake. And if it is a earthquake spell that does 21% damage, multiply the hit points of that defense times 0.79, and that's going to give you the remaining hit points, and then you'll know how many zaps after that it takes to take that out. So very easily you can do some math and figure out how many zaps and quakes it takes to take this out. But JR definitely knows how to get good zap value on this. He gets 2 air defenses with just a few zaps, and basically this base is crippled. You know what's going to happen here. He's got drags wide for the funnel, BK down for the funnel, big load of spam drags up the gut. He's got a funnel all at the town hall. He's got balloons. He's got drags breathing hot fire, and he just exploited this base. So that's exactly what we like to see. Great zap value there. And I think I'm going to put up that chart right now. Yeah, buddy, we're back. And we're going to be taking a look at one of my attacks. Number 2, taking out their number 4, and I went for a go-ho on this guy. Red monkey butts. I did bend this guy over and tan his hide, so he does have a red butt after this. He got spanked. Sorry about that, red monkey. So check this out. This CC, you see right here, I can get a hog rider in here and I can lure that CC. So this isn't really the best design base if you're going to let people drag your CC out and kill that thing and not even going to do a lot of damage if you can kill it before the raid. And I'm also, it takes a couple hogs to get this thing out, and you want to make sure you get the full lure. So one hog, don't quite get it, I get the witch but not the dragon. Second hog, I get everything out. And you want to drag it to a building where you can set an archer down that's not going to be targeted. And you also want to drag it to the side that you're entering from with your kill squad, and that's doing double duty. So when I drop these wizards, and now I have a barb underneath the dragon and another barb, so that's not shooting my wizards. And then I drop another archer to distract that dragon, so these wizards are taking out, you know, the witches, the skeletons, that drag, taking everything out while being distracted by the barbs that I'm dropping directly underneath it. And that dragon only killed one of my wizards, so I got a ton of value from bringing it out there, and it also turns into the funnel. So I got the baby drag, the wizards all going down for the funnel there, funnel on the left. Here I dropped 3 snow gorillas, so they're coming in here. Snowback gorillas here. So I'm gonna wait, continue to wait. I dropped 3 wizards right here, and I want to get that funnel down. I don't got time to have the archer queen destroying my golems and wall wrecker and stuff like that. I don't got time for that. Now one thing you're going to want to notice is here, check this out, my wall wrecker is running over this archer queen and she's frozen. I'm just going to boom, bash the heck out of there. So that's like vehicular manslaughter. I don't think you're allowed to run over people when they're frozen, and that's illegal in all 50 states. So I was on the run after this for a while. I was a fugitive for a few days. I got a new name, changed my appearance, but yeah, if you're gonna run over an archer queen while she's frozen with a wall wrecker, you better skip town, because the police are gonna be coming after you. Vehicular manslaughter is illegal in all 50 states, and I love running over archer queens with my siege machine like that, so yeah. Now I also sent my hogs real early while the kill squad was still up, and that provided a lot of cover for them. I also used my Grand Warden ability early while I had most of my hogs underneath it. So you want to use your Warden ability kind of, you know, the early part, you know, maybe when you're in the core of the base, but you don't want to use it late because you're not going to have a lot of troops there and you're not going to get a ton of value out of it. But I used it early and during the multi-target Inferno, so good timing there. So I got a bunch of heal spells here. More barbecue sauce. Just a ton of barbecue sauce. Now, like, this is so much barbecue sauce. This reminds me of like when I go to Dickie's Barbecue Pit. If you guys have ever been there before, they let you help yourself to the barbecue. So I grabbed myself a cup of the sweet barbecue and a cup of the original and a cup of the hot barbecue, and then I pour that all over my pork sandwich, and then I run out of hot barbecue sauce, so I go up and get more, and I go and get more and pour that all over my sandwich, and basically it turns into a barbecue sauce sandwich. So that's what they get for leaving the barbecue sauce out. I'm just gonna basically turn it into a barbecue sauce sandwich. And also, while I'm at Dickie's Barbecue Pit, I get myself a root beer, and then I go over to the soft serve ice cream machine that they leave out for everybody and put some ice cream in my root beer and make myself a root beer float. So they got that stuff all out for everybody, and I take advantage of it, and I suggest that you guys do too with your pork sandwiches over at Dickie's Barbecue Pit. Yeah, buddy. Alright, next tag we're going to take a look at is my Town Hall 8 Frankenstein account, BP3. Taking out their number 2. And what you're going to notice is this is the second from the bottom of our clan, number 19. And this guy ends up taking out their number 2, so that's exactly what you want to see with your account. So I don't really have any defenses on that account, so you can't do that anymore. But this guy's getting wrecked. And another thing you're going to want to do is you want to send your lower town hall attackers first during a war, and save your higher town hall attackers and your best attackers for the end. So you don't really know who's going to attack what until all of your lower town hall levels have attacked. Then you can figure out where your higher town hall levels and best attackers are going to go. So during a war, things evolve, and once the lower attackers start to use their attacks, then you figure out where the higher attackers are going to go. So now this is the number 2 base out of 20. If I was to send a Town Hall 9 or a Town Hall 10 or a Town Hall 11, or if Tate wanted to hit this a Town Hall 12, that would be a waste of all those attacks. You first send your lower Town Hall levels in there, and if that doesn't work, then you use a higher attack. But you want to get good value out of your lower Town Halls before you use your higher attacks. So I lure this drag out here, put the golem down to distract, tons of wizards. And then now this kill squad, this guy's just got a Barb King, but I still send a kill squad in there to take him out. Now this is a level 10 Barb King, and you wouldn't think it'd take out a level 29 Barb King, but this guy's bringing bean power, so if you got bean power, you're going to be able to wreck a lot higher level heroes. So 10 plus BP equals 81, and 81 is higher than any hero level that you can have. So if you got BP heat, basically you can take out any hero in the game. So get yourself some BP heat, join the clan, and you're going to be able to take out these high level heroes. You're going to be able to take out number 2 base with the 19th attacker in your clan. You're going to bring that big heat. Another thing I want to tell you is, when you got your hogs sweeping around the base, I had a lot of the base taken out already. This town hall is a defense. It is not going to turn into a defense until you put damage onto it, or until there's 51% damage total of the base. So you want to be careful with your timing, because if your hog riders pass the town hall, then it gets activated like you got more than 51% damage. They're going to have to travel back. So if you have good timing where the hog riders get to the town hall right when it's about 50 or 55% damage like that, then they're going to take out that town hall in the path. So make sure that you're picking up that town hall when you're pathing through the base, and there's a lot of different ways to activate it with blimps, or your kill squad, or stone slammers and things like that, or if it's more than 51%. But make sure your town hall is activated when your balloons and hog riders are by there, so you can take that out in the path with the other defenses, and that's very important. So town hall is activated. This is getting wrecked. My level 10 BK took out his level 29. That's what bean power does. Yeah, buddy. Level 4 pork from BP3, bringing big heat. Alright, let's see what we got here. Next attack we're going to look at is from our current war. And we were 1 star off of perfect on this one. I kind of messed up my attack and missed a zap, so kind of tough there, but really great job with 98% on this one. And we're going to be taking a look at Osteoporosis again, number 3. Taking out their number 3, that's what we love to see. So this is a nice Town Hall 11 that Osteo's taking out, and definitely bringing big heat when you're wiping out these Town Hall 11, so that's what we like to see. And he kind of missed the zap on there, didn't quite get the queen like I did, but it happens for sure. He's got 1 air defense taken out, he's got 2 air defenses taken out here, 3 air defenses taken out. So he's going to drop some drags on this base. One thing I like that he did here is the main pack of drags is coming in at this Arch Queen, which is fine, but he uses the spell early. when you have this large pack of drags, you gotta use the rage spell if you have it early, otherwise you're not going to be covering a lot of drags. You're only going to be covering 1 or 2 if you wait to the core, because the dragons are spreading out and going everywhere. Now also, the next thing he's going to do is he's going to use the Grand Warden ability when everything is covered by the aura there. So you want to use the rage spell early, you want to use the Grand Warden ability early, but he actually has his Grand Warden on ground, so make sure it's on air. I believe the ability still works, but the life aura does not work, so pay very close attention to your Grand Warden setting for ground or air. With that being said, he still wrecks this base. Coming in with the dragons. He's got the heroes over here to funnel. That's going to keep the dragons on the inside where he wants, so that's good. And you've seen this before, a bunch of hot fires, got the E-Drag around, he's got the heroes for funnel, he's got the baby drag on the bottom to corral everything towards the center. It's going to take out that Barb King, and the Barb King is the highest level air defense in the game. If your dragons get locked onto that Barb King, they're going to be running around for an hour breathing on that guy, and you don't want that. So Barb King, OP air defense, needs to get nerfed. Hashtag 3mo Osteo. Alright, next tag we're going to take a look at is Eric 42, the boss. Number 8, taking out their number 6, Mikey Bonton. Now, he's got a pretty tough base here, but if you notice, he's got a hole in his base, so he can trip any CC. This guy really didn't have a lot of CC set up there, but you can trip the CC with the hole in the base. But Eric is also a fan of the inside-out attacks, so he's going to send his siege machine. He's going to, have those bowlers and stuff inside of it. Going to freeze that and try to get a little bit more value out of here, but a heal spell and a rage spell and 5 more bowlers. So he's got a ton of bowlers in here, and that's going to get a lot of value around the center of the base. And if he can take this stuff out and create a wedge, that's going to set his Hog Riders up for a great attack. So let's watch this go a little bit further. So heal spell, rage spell, tons of bowlers. They're getting double bounce damage. Taking out that air defense. He's got a golem, some wizards coming on the bottom. That's going to break that chain. So doing an inside out attack, this guy's getting wrecked. And before any hog or loon attack, you got to take out a portion of the base. And he's got a large portion of the base taken out there, so I love to see that. And then you send your Hog Riders around the rest of the base, and then they're not crossing over. So he got his wedge taken out with the inside out attack, and pretty impressive way to exploit the base, Eric. He's got Golem on the outside, he's got a bunch of wizards. Here comes the BK and Arch Queen. They're going to be doing some more funneling. This base is getting wrecked. Now he's going to send these Hog Riders in on this side. They're going to get some cover from the BK and Archer Queen. Help distract a little bit. But also the BK and Archer Queen are going to get some help by the Hog Riders taking fire as well too, so they're both helping each other out, covering each other, so they're not all taking the fire at once. If he was to have the Golem and King and Queen on this side and then send the Hog Riders on this side, King and Queen and Golem, they're taking all the fire over here. Hog Riders, they're taking all the fire over here. But when you send them together and kind of flank like that, both of the groups are sharing the fire. So both groups are sharing the fire, and that's what you want to do. You want to flank, you want to have them team up together so that they can, not take it all at once. So he's wrapping around this base with some big heat, and he flanked the kill squad there, which is great. And he did an inside-out attack with these bowlers like that, and This man's not taking no guff from nobody. He's ready to lay a whooping on any base you got. So glad to see him at Town Hall 10. Glad to see him at BP bringing big heat again. And congratulations on the co-leader promotion, Eric. I really appreciate the help. And after we take out these last two buildings, that's going to be hashtag Dreamo. Yeah, buddy. Here come that boy, Big Eric 42, the boss. Ricky Rose. Ricky Rose. He's a boss. Yeah. Alright, next attack we're going to take a look at is our number 7, Pizzone, Mr. Zoner, taking out their number 7. That's what we like to see. Emosi Bakar. And this base ain't easy. Zone ain't afraid of a challenge. He's going to bring a nice go-ho on this base. He really don't care. But something to take notice is when you got these storages on the outside, it's really hard to funnel that. And you cannot send your king and queen in until this funnel is gone. So if these storages right here have a lot more hit points, that means you're going to have to use a lot more wizards. You're going to have to, pay attention to getting that funnel down before you send your king and queen, because they end up going for a walk, the archer queen. And that's because it took so long to get those storages down. So make sure you got the proper troops for the funnel. Take a look at the hit points for the buildings on the outside. Wait longer to drop your archer queen if you have to, but once the funnel is down, then you can send the archer queen in here. But those storages don't go down, so archer queen is heading towards that storage that's still up. Then it's gonna be a little bit to the left, so now it's going to that barrack that's still up. So that one storage that didn't go down right here, send a couple extra wizards or wait a little bit longer so it doesn't drag your archer queen to the right, and then you're going to be able to get it up the center no problem. So pay attention to the funnel. Now this is really great. Once again, kill squad coming in here, doing big damage, bringing big heat. These bowlers right here, I don't know what level they are. If they got the green gems inside of their boulders that they're throwing like that, they do extra damage with them green rocks like that. But coming in with the hogs flanking at the same time that the kill squad is still up right here is very important. So Zone starting the next step of his attack while the kill squad is still up, they're going to provide cover for the hog riders, and the hog riders are going to be able to run around the base at the same time as the kill squad. So flanking your kill squad is very important to any hog rider attack, or some La Loon attacks and things like that. So he does a great job there, coming in at the same time. He's got a bazillion hog riders here. Yeah, he's got the spice rub hammers too. That's level 6. So he's got those red hammers with the cayenne pepper. He's going to put that on. He's going to pat that in. He's going to go with the dry rub on that one. You can go Kansas City style and put some dry rub on there and let that marinate with the paprika. So level 6 pork, flanking the kill squad, bringing some bowlers. And this base with the single target Inferno Towers is great for hog riders because they really can't take them out that quick. He's got tons of cleanup here. He's got racks on deck. He's going to swag this Archer Queen ability. He's got this Skeleton King right there. He looks like he could use a sandwich. He lost a little bit of weight. Yeah, somebody get this man a pork sandwich, please. Please. Alright, next tag we're going to take a look at is a good one. It's going to be JR's Town Hall 10 account number 6, taking out their number 4, so he's stepping up a couple bases to wreck this guy right here. And this man, he brought a Electron Lalo. So coming in with the Hound to protect the blimp. Alright. Now one thing I want you to notice, so he's got the rage spell down early. That's great. Just as what you'd plan, you deploy your blimp on the rage spell. But he's also got 2 clone spells, and he doesn't drop them right on top of each other. He drops them next to each other, overlapping like a Venn diagram. And the reason that you do it like that is because when the first balloon is cloned, let's say it's cloned in this one right here, there's going to be more cloned, and when one balloon touches this one over here, it's going to clone a bunch more on this clone spell. So you can clone a clone, and when you do that, you have a spread of balloons coming from both of these circles. So they're coming out here, they're coming out here, they're coming out here, they're coming out here, and when they enter this one, they're going to be coming out here, they're going to be coming out here, they're going to be coming out here, and they can, cover a lot wider spread with that. So he's got a Venn diagram for his clone spells, and that works really well, and he's going to get a very large bloom on this balloon parade he's got right here. So he's got the Venn diagram with the clone spells, and if you see, they're everywhere. He's got balloons going in every direction, left, right, top, bottom. So tons of balloons with the clone spell. He's got the E-drag in there, getting chain value on the Town Hall and Inferno Tower. So nice free spell. He takes out that Inferno Tower, which is great. You don't want that up for your Lalo. Definitely not good. Now, if you do notice, he got a bunch of great defenses and carved a chunk out of this base, but he did not get the Archer Queen. That's fine. It wasn't necessarily his plan. If you take a look here, he's got a backup plan for this Archer Queen because he knows he's got to take her out, and that's what he's going to do right now. He's got all the troops necessary to do that. So he's going to break this funnel right here with the baby dragon that he brought, which is great. He's got the Barb King on the left right there. That's going to be creating more funnel. He's got the wall breakers that is going to let this Archer Queen in at the Archer Queen that did not get taken out with the Electron portion. So even though the AQ did not go down for the Electron, he got all the defenses that he wanted. He's got the second portion to take her out, so he brought the right troops, and it's very important to take out the Archer Queen, and JR knows that, so he brought the funnel and the VK and the wall breakers to get in at her, and he took that out with the second portion. So had everything planned for in his attack, and that's great. So the next thing that I love to see is, so this air defense over here, that's the next air defense that's going to be up for his attack, and that's a long ways away. He sends this hound the entire length of the base, and that is one of my favorite things in the game, is watching a hound soak up traps here and soak up defense fire, soak up traps here and defense fire. And then you just come in with the balloons. Once the defenses are shooting at the lava hound, you come in on the side with the balloons, and you just get a ton of value. You don't want to send the hound just right at the defense. You're not going to be absorbing a lot of fire and traps and stuff. So he sends it the long way and sends the loons behind it once the lava hound is taking. So real long path on this lava hound. I love it. I love doing that. I love watching that. I love lava pigs. Yeah, look at that beefy pig like that. But yeah, so he sends the balloons behind it, corralling the whole base. He's got balloons coming into the core. He's got the cleanup down already. He's got his haste spell down. Now this is great coming in on the bottom. He's going to clean up some of those outside defenses. That's going to corral, the rest of the wave going this way. They don't have to go down here and take out these defenses, so that's great. He came in on the bottom. Got another haste ball, got a million balloons left up. Those skellies, they're chasing the balloons. They can't keep up with the rage spell. Got the clockwork Archer Queen like that, shooting with the Glock 9. Pew, pew, pew. Got all these minions, got racks on deck. Yeah, bringing big heat with the Electron Lalo. Way to take out the AQ with your planning. Way to good value on the Electron. Way to send that hound all the way across the base and soak up all that crap. And that's what we like to see. Stepping up a couple bases. Alright. Next attack we're going to take a look at is myself taking out their number 2. And I decided to bring a Queen Charge Lalo on this base. I really love Queen Charge Lalo, and I think it's going to be my go-to attack. I just have a blast doing it, and it's very powerful, so I wanted to get some practice on that. So Queen Charge Lalo coming in here. Now I got lucky with my funnel. Even though I send this baby dragon here and some sneaky goblins, you know, I want to get this all taken out. I can't have my Archer Queen going that way. I send my Barb King and some more sneaky over here. I got to get all this taken out. I don't want my Archer Queen going that way, but I don't think I had quite enough funneling troops because I almost had my Queen walk, which wouldn't be good. I got her to go in the core, which is great, but pay attention to how much funneling troops you need. I rage up the BK just to get that junk buildings out of the way so I can get my Archer Queen going up the core. And I brought the super wall breakers, and wall breakers are just tough. They don't go exactly where you want, but I got the poison spell down early on the Archer Queen, and I brought 4 free spells, so you guys chill out for a second. Got the rage spell right there. I got another wall breaker coming in, and guess what? It doesn't go where I want it to. Imagine that. So, dang, wall breakers tick me off a little bit. Sometimes I'm not too much a fan of the wall breakers like that, but decided to go with the Queen Charge Lalo. Now this is great. Sending in the Hound wide, coming in with some targeted balloons in the Slammer, and got the Grand Warden cover and everything like that. So, typical Lalo after the Queen Charge portion. And these Stone Slammers, don't sleep on those. Those things do huge damage, and if you notice, mine is going to stay up the entire raid. But yeah, I got targeted loons all on the outside. I got haste spells getting everything in the gut at that Eagle Artillery. Yeah, everything's clumping together under the spells. Inferno Tower's getting taken out. Core's getting taken out. Now I got this large pack coming in here like that. I don't want them having to run all the way outside and getting wonky and zigzag everywhere like that. So what I did is I saved 4 balloons to take these outside defenses out to keep my path tight so I can cover with my spells and not have them zigzag all around like that. So corral your Hog Riders, corral your balloons, and keep them in the path that you want in the core of the base, taking out the defenses, not running outside, picking up scraggler defenses like that. So 4 balloons on the outside does really well picking up those defenses. Got the Warden ability, so Warden ability is covering a ton of balloons, and a tornado trap swings my balloons around right on top of that air defense. So thank you, Jago, for that tornado trap. Got me over there on top of that air defense even quicker. Now I was a little bit nervous that I wasn't going to pull this attack off, so what I decided to do is deploy my siege machine and send a haste spell down like that and get these 400 balloons running around the base. So yeah, swagging abilities and swagging siege machines, that's a new one. Swagging haste spells like that, so that's how you bring some heat with the Queen Charge Lalo. Yeah. Last attack we're going to take a look at is my alternate account. Taking out their number 11. And that is going to be 11 versus 11. So that's what we like to see. Now this base was already picked up. So I decided to send kind of a fun attack on here. Which is the Spam Witches, or Witch Slap, or Witch Spam, or Larry Spam, or whatever you want to call it. But 3 golems is the strategy. Bunch of witches behind it. You can either bring 1 or 2 jump spells to get around the base. I only needed 1 right here. The rest you can bring rage spells. Another good thing to do is bring a bunch of earthquake spells to open up a large portion of the base with the witch slap like that. But kind of a fun attack and very easy to use, and since this base is really spread out and the air defenses are kind of clustered like that, I didn't really want to do the Lalo or the Hog Riders like that, and I enjoy spamming witches everywhere. Who doesn't? So spam a bazillion witches on this base, and we're just going to watch it get destroyed. Stone Slammer coming up the gut there, free spell on the single target Inferno Tower before that thing heats up. Got the jump spell down like that. That way the Hog Riders can get in there They love jump spell. I'm running around this base, taking out infernal towers. Over here, taking out Archer Queen, running around bars. Yeah, so I slapped and clapped up this base like that. And when you got a nice open base like this with single target infernal towers, nothing wrong with the witch slap. So I had some fun with that attack, but you want to exploit the base. And it's not always going to be a Hawk Rider or a low attack or a QC hybrid attack like that. Sometimes you got to spam a Go Wipe or a Witch like that. So taking advantage of what the base gives you is what we're about here at Beam Power. And speaking of what we're about, let's go back and hop and chat real quick here after I clean this stuff up. Alright, let's clean that up here. Nah, not too good there. Alright, take a look at the boys. Alright, Warlock Crusher. Hola, ¿cómo estás, YouTube? English only Crusher. What's up, YouTube? Eric42, co-leader, Beast in the building. Mr. Puzzone, he's at the casino gambling. He's hitting on 16 and getting 21. Can you FC your warbase? Thanks for the practice. Alright, so these boys are practicing osteoporosis in the building. He wants a couple zap spells. We can get him a couple zap spells. Let's get him 1, 2 there. Let's get him that. Get him that. And the slammer, don't sleep on those. Those be taking out defenses. Gotta love that. But yeah, 10 war win streak here. We're looking on extending that as long as we can. Got the entire clan bringing big heat, and I went through everybody's attacks and made sure I showed at least one of everybody like that. So way to go, everybody in the clan. We got Shaft here. Zone, Morty, JR, Kenny Cool, Wavos, Sand Dizzle, OG, Eggs. Yeah, so 3-star specialists only. Take a look at the YouTube channel. Keep checking us out. Hop in Discord if you want to be a boss. JR set up a nice channel in the Discord with a lot of places to chat and friendly challenge and different stuff like that. So hop on Discord if you want to be a boss. And until next time, this is Big Flick with Bad Beans Clash, and we'll see you soon.